Another marathon session at the State House is over. Lawmakers fighting over how to spend the state's money. At stake for much of this week, more than $500 million that some say would pay for critical upgrades in education and several other fields right here in South Carolina.
Now, the state would have had to borrow that $500 million to do the job, and the governor made it very clear to lawmakers that she was not interested in running up South Carolina's debt. In the end, she won. An amended bond measure was ultimately denied in the last couple of hours, which has some House lawmakers up in arms. Orangeburg Democrat Gilda Cobb-Hunter went so far as to call her colleagues spinally challenged for not being able to close a deal that at one point had support from both Republicans and Democrats.
Now, Watch Fox's Tara Pettit has been following this debate that at times spiraled into name-calling and finger-pointing. She's live at the State House tonight. She joins us now with more. Tara?
Janet, Brian, a chaotic budget week ends with lawmakers shutting down an amended bond measure totaling almost $276 million. There are lawmakers on both sides of the aisle disappointed in this one. Republican Brian White and several other GOP lawmakers initially pushed this plan, but today changed course. The South Carolina House voted 73-38 to kill the original measure that would have had the state borrowing more than $500 million. The package was part of a proposal for the fiscal year that begins July 1st, which involved building projects statewide. Some of that money would have gone to K-12 education, the MUSC Children's Hospital, and job training efforts at Midlands Technical College. Yesterday, the bond proposal was cut from $500 million to $275.5 million. Governor Haley was critical of the proposal from the start, saying she would not allow the state to run up what she called credit card debt. Supporters say the controversial move would have paid for critical needs in South Carolina. Democrat Todd Rutherford wanted the state to add the bond deal to the House budget proposal, calling the bond package cheap money. He says South Carolina needs to borrow now as interest rates are expected to go up.
What do we know? That when they do go up, the state is going to spend more money to borrow the money it needs to meet its needs.
We have debt rolling off. The only reason we considered a bond bill is because it's a great time to borrow money.
Folks seem to be the point of maybe didn't want a bond bill. Some did, some didn't. I think the will of the body said they pretty much last night that they really didn't want one.
For us,
The budget week debate on bonds was not the only discussion going on between lawmakers. The governor and Democrat Representative Todd Rutherford went at it on Wednesday night. Rutherford calling the governor a hypocrite and a narcissist, accusing Haley of playing petty politics by trying to kill the bond package. Haley's office responded, calling Rutherford's comments hate speech. And Rutherford was just one of 38 lawmakers disappointed in this decision. Representative Gilda Cobb-Hunter saying this decision was likely impacted by Governor Haley's posts on social media expressing her disapproval of the proposal. And Cobb-Hunter also saying she can't believe the House would allow the state's long-term needs to be hijacked by blogs and social media. Live at the State House, Tara Pettit, Watch Fox News.